Hi, I'm Christy. Today I want to talk to you about your holiday celebration. So we've made it to Christmas. And actually, as this video goes live, we've already passed Christmas. I hope you had a great party and a great holiday season. But from the blog perspective, let's get back to that. So as the anticipation continues to build, at least for most of the family, I'm sure there are questions that are also starting to fly. When do we get to open presents? Can we pretty please open one sooner? Why do we have to wait? When do we get to eat? What are we having? Who's coming over? When are they going to get here? Do we have to wait to open presents until then? And the list goes on. Now, regardless of how many days you celebrate for, how often you get to open presents, how many different meals you get to eat, it's all a big deal. And it's so much fun for most people. Once again, though, special needs can easily throw a monkey wrench or two into the mix. Sometimes our loved ones don't know how to process anticipation or excitement, so it comes out as a meltdown. Other times, waiting their turn to open presents is too much, especially if it's a case where everybody opens one present at a time. Or maybe it comes out as impatience to play with or use the gift now that they're open and waiting. And that's just the tip of the iceberg as far as the presents and the beginning of the day. Then we get to the main meal of the day. As we discussed in the meals post, and there's a link to that over on the blog. You can find that at www.havenofhopeforme.com. Obviously, this posted in December of 2019. This can raise all kinds of other issues, but a lot of them can be addressed beforehand, as I mentioned in that post. I'll let you check out the link in the post for specifics. Thinking positively, everyone survives the meal relatively unscathed. For us, that means the big stuff of the day is done, and now we get to chill. Is it the same for your family? So our holiday celebration is fairly simple and mostly the same if we're at home or if we're visiting extended family. We start with a Christmas Eve service at church. Now, if we're home, it might mean multiple services because some or all of us are helping out. If we're visiting family, it's typically just one service and then back home. On Christmas morning, we wake up, not early, and open presents while a special breakfast is baking, usually homemade cinnamon rolls. Now, I do need to say, I grew up with my mom making homemade cinnamon rolls from scratch. Amazing recipe. I've learned to make them, and so I make them on special occasions. So we go back and forth on whether or not we're going to make everybody wait and open one present at a time, or just let everybody open everything all at once. My husband and I come from different perspectives on this, and so we argue back and forth on it. My one rule is that all presents must be opened at this time, and nothing comes out of the box until everything is unwrapped. I created this rule after 1 year when the boys were really little, when it took us 3 days. Yes, 3 days to unwrap everything because we took everything out of the box as it was unwrapped. Well, that meant it had to be played with. And forget all the other presents that are waiting for me. I got to play with this one because this is the cool one. Yeah, I decided we're never doing that again, so I made this rule. And it works well for us. I know it won't work for every family though. So once all the wrappings are cleaned up and breakfast is usually done, so we sit down to a hot breakfast. Okay, realistically, if it's cinnamon rolls, we're talking 10, maybe 15 minutes, and they're gone. Inhaled, done, enjoyed. But like I said, they were enjoyed, dishes in the dishwasher, we're good to go. Now, I'm blessed that my husband is an amazing cook, and so he does most of our holiday meals. Actually, he does most of our meals. He's usually got it figured out as to what needs to happen at what time. We usually shoot to eat mid-afternoon. If we're having any friends over, they'll come over a little bit before that. We might have some snacks available. We make the parts of the traditional meal that we all like. The parts that none of us are interested in, we just don't bother with. So it's a simplified holiday meal. I do have a bread roll recipe that I like to make, but recently we found some sweet rolls that we buy at the store way easier. And we buy a pumpkin pie. We typically have enough leftovers for several meals, even when I try to keep the size of the meat cooked down, because I like leftovers. I don't like leftovers for a week. Other than that, we pretty much just enjoy the day. The TV's usually on, probably on a movie or some sporting event. We might play a game, or maybe not. We might just enjoy the time together. AJ's probably going to be off either on his computer, watching a video, or playing his game and trying to interact with us about what he's hearing, but we have no idea because he's on headphones. So that always gets entertaining. Or he's up in his room enjoying his videos on his tablet and laughing away, and we laugh at the way he's laughing at his videos. It's quite entertaining. Otherwise, we have leftovers for dinner whenever we decide we're hungry again. Once again, I say we're pretty simple in our traditions, but it's enough of a routine that AJ knows what to expect, and it works for us. So my question for you this week is this: how do you celebrate your holiday? Do you have any special traditions? I'd love to hear about them. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. Again, that's at havenofhopeforme.com. This is from December of 2019. As always, I'd appreciate it if you'd share this with anybody you think would find it helpful. I'd love to help as many people as I can. Email sign-up lists are available over on the website. Signing up lets you know about all new content as soon as it's released. Celebrating our holiday gives me a chance to stop and really look at my life. I realize how blessed I am, and I'm still saying that life is good, and there is never a dull moment.